Hey guys, welcome back. So you'll find me today in the 520D estate, or touring, as some call it. So just a little catch up, as you'll see by the title of the video. This is about the 520D and it's been sold. So I thought, well, let's go through all the figures, let's have a little chat about it. And then, you know, you can see, we'll have a look at the numbers, see if we've made any money on it, and we'll go from there, guys. So we got this car week before last. Now I actually wasn't sure what to do with this one, whether to run it myself, as estates are handy. I do try and keep hold of an estate at all times for throwing stuff in. The 520Ds are cracking, the engine does everything, they're powerful, they're economical, it's automatic, it drives lovely, it ticks all the boxes. But it's an 08 reg, it's starting to get little faults, like the parking sensors aren't working. Probably an easy fix, or something else, some other issue. It doesn't stop the car from driving, and it drives lovely. Mechanically it's sound, it's perfect. But it's just got a few glitches that need sorted, and they absolutely drive me mad, guys, glitches, especially on E60, because anybody who's had one, or E61, you'll know that every time there's any issue, it flashes up right on your dashboard, right in front of your eyes. It flashes up every 2 minutes. Dong, dong, dong. It's enough to drive you to drink, I'm telling you. It's horrendous. It's always one thing I remember about the E60s that really drives me mad. Because if it ain't, I mean, when I had a few E60 M5s, and with them there were newish cars at times, so there were no faults, but it was dinging all the time because it had low fuel. I was just doing my work, basically driving about, part of my job, going from job to job. So we're doing a lot of miles, so you know, at least once a day we're getting it dong, need fuel. Yeah, it drives me mad anyway, but I'm going a bit on a tangent there, guys, sorry about that. But yeah, it drives me mad. So I don't need to pull over for this one, I don't need my booklet, because what I've spent on this is very easy to remember. So we bought this car for £1,300. We think it would have seized the vehicle, but we're not entirely sure. It did come with a key, but stuff were stripped out. Like sometimes they'll strip them out if they've been looking for drugs and stuff, you know, and they've seized the cars. Some bits were dislodged, but the rest of the car mechanically were great. It's got odd markers. If you look at the last video, you'll see it's got odd mark on back bumper and little bits that need changing. Indicators need changing on wings, little bits, just you know, spruce it up, and a couple of issues. And it's a £3.5 grand car, this. We give £1,300 for it. Now, by the time I picked it up myself, but you've still got, we hire trailers at the minute. We are going to buy, well, we're going to get a long story anyway, but we just hire trailers at the minute. So we've got hire of that, you've got fuel. I did buy an indicator for it, and I bought a spotlight for it. So in total we've got £1,500 in it. Now it needed another probably £250 spending on it, £300, and to sort out the gremlins, and it'd be done. And you've probably got a £3.5 grand car. But when we look at sort of pricing cars, we try and have a minimum of £1,500 profit on them, which it would have cleared that even at that level. But there are some coming up at sort of £3 grand. Now that's just making it tight then to get us 1,500 return. So we took the decision just sell it on. So what we did was we didn't spend any. I'd already ordered the lights, so we spent about, in total we had £1,500 in it. So that was spent. So we decided to sell it on, and we've actually sold it for £2,000. So, well, I say we haven't done anything. I have bought those bits, but I've not physically done any work, or other than buying those parts and picking it up. I've not you know, I've not bought all else for it. But God, the traffic's horrendous, guys. But other than that, yeah, we outspent a right lot on it, and that's coming out at sort of a £500 profit. And to be fair, I've used the car. I've used it every day almost, and I've only put about £30 fuel in it. It's unbelievable on fuel. But it's a £500 profit, guys, you know, so end of the day you can't complain about that. So it's just a tip for you guys. When you're buying cars, sometimes you'll get cars and then that can be nice cars and they can be really good cars, but you can look at the figures and you can think, you know, I could keep spending money on it, but it could escalate also. You know, electrical problems, they can escalate, and we talked about BMWs, they can cost a lot of money. What you want is someone who's happy to live with it. If I were keeping this car, it won't bother me too much once parking sensors not working and stuff. Yeah, I could live with that. But when we're selling in retail, we can't sell them with parking sensors not working, so we have to sell them trade then. Now, to sell them trade, to make £500 profit on it, it's still good going. It's still all right, you know. As I say, we haven't done no work to it, and you know, there's not a right lot, you know. Not a right lot more that we spent on it, really. We picked it up and I bought a couple of little, you know, indicators and spotlight. Other than that, I had not spent on it, barring a bit of fuel because I've been using it. But I just wanted to post this video just to give you an example that not every car has to go perfectly. Not every car has to go perfectly for you to make profit. Sometimes you've got to learn when to just cut your losses, if you like, and I think we did the right thing with this one. But somebody's got a cracking car, we really have, and for the price it was the cheapest one on by far. So, you know, the buyer of this car will be happy with it, should be delighted with it, and obviously I'm happy with the deal too, so it's win-win. Anyway guys, next video is going to definitely be on the M3, the E92. I know I keep saying that and it doesn't happen, but we think we've found the problem now. We've fixed the power steering pump on it. We just think now it needs a battery on it. So I'm going to bob a battery on tomorrow, and I'm going to try and get a video out back end of the week, an extra video, and then a video on Sunday. But I might try and do a sort of sneak peek on Friday of the M3. So if you like this sort of stuff anyway, and you want to see what sort of stuff a car dealer does throughout the week, then consider it and subscribe, and if you like it, maybe consider giving us a like. Anyway guys, that's enough from me. I'll catch you up next one. Peace.